Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to have fun. That's right. Wake up, shake up, and have fun. Because why? We got to get aggressive. And if you're going to try, as long as you're trying, you're not dying. And if you're not trying, you might as well give it up. My name is Ray. Last name is Reynolds. This is rayswebinar.com. We get to have fun. Now, I'd like to help you. I'd like to do the work for you, make you a millionaire corporation. Is that okay? I'll hand you up to the million to 10 million. How much would you like? I'm not going to just get you some motivation, go blah, blah, blah. I'm going to give you the rules and the tools. But you're not allowed to videotape or take pictures per the FBI rules. You got to get out your tablet and pen and write it down. Me, I brought in $100,000 as a kid, $1 million. Got a Lamborghini as a kid too, and I brought in $2 billion by the time I was 26. How am I doing so far? There was my life in 2009. That's July 4th. We're going to take out the corporate yacht from the backyard. And that look like fun? The bottom line is everything I touch turns to gold. All right, would you like me to touch your corporation today? Be kind of fun. Now, there's me the next day. Can you imagine? One day I'm on top of the world, helping people like you. Next day I'm laying there thinking I'm in a dream, hearing a doctor tell my wife he's going to die, her scream her head off, and then the tax attorney that I made a multimillionaire tricked my wife to sign a POA. I just wanted to scream. But I lied there dead at 5:41 in the afternoon. Kind of sucks. I said, God, please let me go back and take care of my wife and my kids. You see, someone came on my yacht with swine flu pneumonia, pandemic number 9, and killed me. But God allowed me to live. So if you fall off, get your you-know-what back on. Nothing stops you from now on but you. Building your millions? Please let me do it for you. I'm sorry to say you haven't done it yet. Why? Because you don't know how to play the game. Sorry. It's just the truth. This is 2021, fast track, blackjack year. Now, I know you want an 820 credit score. It takes about 90 days. But understand something. A couple of you are going to say, I repaired it myself. Well, all you did is lie. Not mine, not late. It'll come back in 24 months, guaranteed. You see, the credit repair companies, go to Credit Services Act. Can you write it down, please? Google it. It'll take you to the Federal Trade Commission. It'll tell you they're fraud. They can't collect money up front, but they do. So the bottom line is what you're supposed to do. Let me rebuild your credit the right way. I was the guy that taught Ken Yarborough years ago. He was security chief at TOW in Asperium. Then I made him a president of one of my companies too. What I'd like to do for you is do all your goals for the first 6 months. Yeah, I'd like to do the work. See, I'd like to hand you a corporate credit card for $100,000. See, corporate credit, we get to write off the credit card and the interest rate. You can't do that with personal credit. So the next thing is, if you don't have a corporation, I'd like to hand you one of those for free. Just for the fun of it. If you got one, I'll build that one for you too. Now, I want you to have some real estate. But if you have it all in your name, if something goes wrong, they slip and fall, they sue you and take all you got. Write down divisions today. Now, the next thing is about a franchise. We got to have one that has a drive-through. If you don't want to run it, it's okay. There are companies that'll do that for you too. This is the goals for the next 180 days. Can I do the work for you, please? Because I'll guarantee it. It's pretty fun. Everything I touch turns to gold. Would you like me to touch you? All right, the corporation, but not you. Hey, how about $1 million in a corporate bank account? The dream house, the $5 million in real estate and franchises too. This is going to still be done in this year. You ready to play? You got to play. We got to go get it. Now, can you write down borrow money's not taxable, please? I'll explain this to you because you can learn to have some fun. Because I can pop you some credit, you can turn it into cash flow and give yourself a paycheck starting today. Next thing, we're going to talk about what I've been teaching for 43 years. Cash flow, free up your time. Yes, we're going to talk about leveraging money. Could you imagine if you had $1,000 and you can reference it by 3, times it by 5, and in about 45 working days it turns to 15,000. 5,000 becomes 75,000. See, here's the thing about money. It's a product. And what happens is you can turn that into more money, just like the banks do. From here, we got a choice. In the beginning, I always tell you flat out, plan the problem. What's happened to you in the past? Who knocked you down? Who got in your way? Who took it away from you? The problem is, the only thing you'll be able to tell me when we're done today is you didn't know the rules on how to play. Safety credit. Here's 2 cards of 50,000 apiece. It's personal credit. I can't write off the card the interest rate at all. What do most people do? Like some of you, you got your SSN, which is a Social Security card. Then you got some credit. And you thought it was free money till you got the bill. Here's the rules. Every credit card you have in your personal wallet, I want to stick you in the back of it. Write it down. It's an assignment. I actually expect you to do it. Put a sticky in the back of the card. Write down the limit. Write down what's 25%, what's 29%. When you take a credit card past 29%, you drop your score. You get stuck. You can't get any more. That's the actual rules. I'm not going to tell it to you. Now, the line of defense is pretty simple. Write it down. See, you're going to drive through the city you live in today. You're going to see a Chase Bank, a B of A, a Wells Fargo. You're going to see some empty locations before or during pandemic. They bankrupt that location. They wrote it off in their taxes, and they have other locations today. Why'd you bring the pain home? And you could have played the same way. You see, I want you to make sure you put the sticky on the card. Write down, never bring the pain home again. Your choice today is to pay attention and listen and learn. I'm going to teach you things you've never heard before. The bottom line is, instead of getting a book, how to make money and get rich, or some motivational crap, all right, we got to motivate you with the tools and the rules. The money. Without the money, what are you going to do? Win the lottery? Get a raise? My life? Oh, it's so fun. I got to be born in a taxi. She wanted a girl, so she gave me a girl's name. Hell, raised my middle name. And then I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope was a she-devil from hell. So guess what I got to do? I want you to write down getting past go. I think you're stuck. Mrs. Hope got her weekly and monthly checks. She dropped me off Redondo Beach Pier at 6:30 in the morning, started at the age of 3. She was a she-devil from hell. See, I didn't like stealing and begging off the pier. I thought it sucked. I got my first Lamborghini as a teenager. I got my Lamborghini collection, my Duffys, my mansions. Broke some world records, having fun. I parked my race boat in my backyard. Where you park yours again? Helicopter, corporate yacht. And don't forget about the Ferraris too. If I can do this, why haven't you? I don't understand. Why haven't you done this instead of bringing the pain home? Every one of you should have learned how to play the game right out of high school. Write down Ray's rules, please. The ultimate goal is up to you. Everything I touch turns to gold. You want me to touch your corporation today? Let me know. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 43 years ago. Kind of fun, too. You see, a corporation's a legal person. You might want to write that down. There's me in that coma. Kind of sucks. But God allowed me to live to come back to help you. After the coma, I studied to get another PhD, become a pastor, by the way, and I'm still a sinner like you. But I do follow through. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with me. I won't pass the buck. You better spend every Saturday you can with me as much as you can. Now, what happens with most of you when you lose your job or have an emergency? You all do the same thing. You run out of time, you run out of money, and then jack up your credit in 42 days. You've been using the wrong money in the first place. I don't understand. So what do we get to do? If I train Ken Yarbrough, can I train you today? Can you write down Credit Services Act, please? They'll tell you that credit repair is a scam. That's the FTB, and the Federal Trade Commission as well. It'll refer you to the Credit Repair Organization Act, where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. There's no such thing in Webster's dictionary. It's not broken. We got to rebuild it. But we got to realize the Federal Trade Commission's rules. What do we get to do? How about that Aspirian boost? I'm going to tell you my opinion, do not do that at all. I know John looks good on the commercial, but here's my problem. Aspirian moved out of the country years ago, decades ago. They've been indicted hundreds of times. All right, they've been hacked hundreds of times too. Could you imagine anybody being dumb enough to log on to their boost to get that 16 points? Bank account, cable bill, electric bill, whatever, and then they got to register their bank account? It's like this client, he said, disconnect that, are you crazy? If they're hacked, they're going to hack you. Oh, it's easy to fix. All you do is reconnect your bank account. I think that's kind of dumb. What do you think? But that's up to you. It's your choice if you want to be like that. I don't want to ever do that. I think it's kind of dumb. If you want your points to go up, you got to do a rapid refresh. It guarantees 40 to 200 points. Now, here's an example. She had a 500 score. I got her to a 708. That's 157 points, not 16. When I was done, she had, what, an 820. 211 points. Would you like one of those? Let me know. See, getting the 820 is not hard to do. It's about 90 working days. But again, if I ask you to do two things, can you please follow through? That's all you're going to have to do. When I do a rapid refresh, heck, I charge you $499 to push your score to an 820. But I guarantee your money back. Ultimate goal, there's a Zelle you get to use. Zelle, now. See, I want you to pull out your Social Security card. Come on, ladies, it's in your purse next to your feet. Gentlemen, it's probably in your back pocket. Let's read the card front and back, and don't tell me you did it before. Because it says flat out, do not laminate, don't use for ID purposes. Did you write it on an application when you were a kid? Or even as an adult? See, I asked one thing. You said get an SSN to get a job. I asked why probably 1,000 times. I know those dummies could explain it to me. You see, here's the application we did as a teenager to get the job. Have you read the card yet? It says Property Resource Administration, not you. It's not even yours. And when the creditors use it and abuse it too, I can push it down and push your score to an 820. Would you like one of those today? If you're going to build your millions and millions of dollars, you got to learn how to play. Problem is, you got to give you some rules that actually you've never known before. Learn them at the workshops with me too. I like to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account, and more, if you allow me to. You see, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. All right? And I use credit to basically save my life each time. So you got a choice getting that million. Now, when I was a little boy, they kept saying money for a rainy day. I kept asking what that meant. Those dummies couldn't explain it to me. See, in my life, it doesn't rain, it always pours. So let's make sure you get to my weekly workshop with me. Ultimate goal, what if today, what if you needed $5,000, you need it now. You ask your friends, your family, the bank, hell, they all say no. If you would have listened to me in the last 43 years, you would have had a safety credit card in your hand like I do. See, let's understand something. This card is $5,000, and if I had this to solve my problem today, I could play catch up, not fall down, and the payment is $50 a month, and the average person pisses that away every other day. Why didn't you have a safety credit card? What's wrong with you? All right, what's wrong? You didn't learn how to play yet? You will after I'm done with you. Oh, they say the average person wastes $140 a week. That's $600 a month. Out of this $100,000 of credit, I can't write off anything at all. But if I max out one of these cards today, the payment is $612.26. See, I want to sell common sense in a bottle of water, like a pet rock. What the average person is wasting and pissing away every month, that payment equals. I would have got you 2 pizza locations with the drive-through. Stop wasting money. Learn the rules and the tools. You got to master Ray's rules, by the way. Plan the problem. There's always some turd trying to get in your way. Safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Pretty simple to do. Don't you bring the pain home after I got to meet you. You see, I never brought the pain home as an adult. But as a kid, all I got was crap. Moving 24 times by the time I'm 14, 11 and a half years old, that kind of sucked. Those people were worst people in the world to me. Bottom line, simple. Reach your dream, please. Believe in yourself. Me, I always believed in God, and I believe in me. When I broke the world record for the highest kick on the planet, that was kind of fun, too. See, I wanted to prove that white men do jump. Just stupid people say we don't. So guess what I got to do? When those people tell you can't do this or that, don't listen to those dummies, please. See, God gave you a gift and a dream. Can you see it, believe, and go get it, please? In other words, get out of your way while I build your life for you. It's pretty simple to do. SSN, get a job, get a 1040 tax return. You got one, you're a duck. Quack, quack some more. This is the IRS's rules. It's public record. Pretty simple. Yes, they lied. So did you. We put out an application you weren't supposed to. What happens now? You got an Aspirion, a Trandio, and Equifax. And the moment you take a card past 29%, you drop your score, you get stuck, you can't get any more. You got to master the rules and the tools. Put the stick in the back of the car, please. The other reason we got an SSN, we're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated, by the way. Guess what? Ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. You know what happens now? I want you to get that tablet and pen. I want you to write down Ray's rules again. You ready? 100,000 of credit. Don't use more than 29%. You see, that would give you 71,000 of credit. In case blanket the fan, you lost your job, or there's a pandemic. But when you take all the money and the credit from your family and roll the dice, say, honey, let's hurt the family some more. I'm sorry, that's called silly and dumb. Never bring the pain home. Why? Because you met me. You're going to learn the rules and tools how to play. If we're going to get you to the million, maybe the billion too. Now, I've been in 2 comas in my life so far. When I was a kid, I knew how to do what's called cloning with my brain. I watched the kids ride bicycle. Yeah, they did. And all of a sudden, I picked up a bicycle, and I got to ride it real quick. See, my mom and dad didn't give a shit about me. They threw me away like a piece of trash. But I had a problem. Instead of watching for 5 minutes, I should have watched for 6 minutes that day. You see, I didn't know to push the pedal backwards to stop the bike, so I stopped at 40 miles an hour in my face, going plop. 2 things I remember in that coma. I remember a man and a woman arguing about $18. See, this is a phony tooth. Instead of spending the $18 for me, I got a silver tooth for 12 years. Can you imagine a boy with a girl's name with a silver tooth too? How much more damage could they do? But the bottom line is pretty simple. We get to learn how to play. And when that lady says, ring the bell, you got to go pee-pee. You see, I rang the bell till my hand was numb. I was told I'm never going to walk again. I don't believe what people say. Your problem is you believe the doctors, everybody that tell you what to do, and then you follow like sheep. Bah! You know, mind over matter. God gave you a gift and a dream. Once you see it, believe it, go get it. I got up again. Then I got to be in another coma in 2009 worth billions of dollars under corporate structure. Because someone came on my yacht with swine flu and pneumonia and killed me. That kind of sucks. But I prayed to God, and God answered my prayer one more time to come back and help you. There's my yacht. There's my race boat, my big as you, Doc. Where you park yours again? I'm from Show Me State, Show Me, or you know what, blah, blah, blah. Got to die? H1N1, they killed me the next day? But I did one thing, and God answered that prayer. I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks like a football. Put my score back to an 820. Then I popped a $1 million card again. I want you to write down closet division. All right? When some idiot says think beyond the box, he's an idiot. There's no box. Don't you ever put limitations on you. Okay? Go get the $1 million under the closet divisions within 6 weeks. Now today, we don't get a do-over. We get to live or die. I tell you, wear a mask and half of you argue about that too. You see, it takes a moment to die and a lifetime to live. Which one are you going to pick? Now, I want you to understand something. When I was 2.5 years old, being used and abused, I found myself crying my eyes out looking in the mirror. Ever since then, I wake up at 2:25. I can't sleep past 2:25, no matter how hard I try. So here's what I did today. I went to my knees and I said, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I went and looked in a mirror. Can you try this once, please? I want all of you to promise yourself you're going to try the raised mirror test at least once. Go look in a mirror. Nobody's around. Stare at yourself. Smile. And then ask yourself 2 questions. Have you completed everything? The answer is no. Is there more already done? Yes. If you got up past 4:30 in the morning, you don't want it bad enough. Your biggest problem, you ask your friends and family what they think. And then they interrupt everything you're trying to say. Isn't that about true almost every day? Don't allow them cloud your direction. I want you to do me a favor for 90 days. Shh. Let me do all the work for you. When they ask you how you did this and that, just say raisecredit.com. Ultimate goal, let's get the money. See, you don't understand. If I close my eyes right now, I can smell the trash can, the pier. I can see it too. All right, when God gives you total recall, it's good in most things, but sometimes it really hurts and sucks. So you know what? Money to me, I can pay my bills, feed my family. I get to help you. Now, if you want just a line of credit for $5,000, it's easy. All right, I charge $5.99. There you go. You want $10,000? $7.99. All you got to do is let me build it for you. Now, see, most of you right now, you hate your job. You know we're getting older, slower. We're not as purr as we used to be. Go back to the job you hate. It's okay. Eventually, when they fire you, you're just going to go deliver some pizza. Is that your American dream? It sure isn't mine. See, I believe that life is a roller coaster of favor. We all have hurt, pain, worry. Life isn't fair. Sometimes it sucks. And the people around you use and abuse you the most. But God is great all the time. We're always wondering what's next. God put you here today because I'm your next. You ready to play? I say this every morning, every afternoon, and before I go to bed. See, I have to convince myself. I was put down so many times from these shitheads. It's amazing. They even let this little boy named John terrorize the hell out of me too. So I always say I'm important. I'll become a corporate millionaire. Well, I did that as a kid. I'll drive a company. I did that too. I'll show the world who the hell I am. I've been doing that as well. Isn't it your turn? You ready to play? It's going to be up to you. But I want you to remember, when I heard that poker game and they said a corporation's a legal person, I rode my bicycle the next day to the Torrance Police Department. See, next door was the library. I asked the lady, would you help me please? What does this mean? They said a corporation's a legal person. Here's a microfiche, here's a bug. I got pissed off that day. See, every one of you have been looking for the blueprint, the rules, the instruction manual too, and you haven't found it. If you did, hell, you wouldn't be listening to me. It's pretty simple to do. I wrote the 12 books and CDs, how I brought in the $2 billion under the corporate structure. Now, the $841 million of real estate's in those 3 books there too. How to Beat the Bank, Buckets of Money, and Tax Balancing. And don't forget, I wrote Winning the Game of Business years ago too. When I was at the Bonaventure every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for 32 years as the second largest advertiser in LA. Fun. I used to sell my books, CDs, and my classes for about $20,000 a pop. Today, the sales team wants to sell it to you for $999. Good price. I always give you half price when you're on the webinar with me. It's $499. But if you don't sell the $499 during the live webinar, oh well, you kind of let the opportunity pass you by. It's called Zelle now. There's the Zelle. Take a picture, Zelle it right away. And guess what I like to do for you? Build up your credit my way. I'm an affiliate for over 30 plus years. All right, so I get to add history, rap, or rescore. And if you don't have a corporation, I'll hand you the articles, tax ID, and officers list for free. Why not? You see, in the back of every credit card you got in your personal wallet today, the moment you pull it out, I want you to see your sticky. I want you to put yourself in check. If what you're going to buy today is going to take you past the 29% rule, all right, put that card back. Get a gold or a platinum. You see, these you can push up to $1 million. And as long as it's paid over time, the 29% rule doesn't affect them at all. I still got to make you a qualified CFO. Ultimate goal, I'm going to use $1 million of history for you. You ready to play? It's kind of like the 4 ways to make money with me. First, I'd say real estate's a fixer-upper, a duplex, an apartment complex too. How about a franchise? I want to make sure it's got a drive-through that stays open through the next pandemic, number 26. From there, guess what? You know, when I was incorporated rich and famous people for years, I came up with 84 ways to turn every credit card into $100 million. Would you like to play? Now, let's have some fun. On Saturday, I got the real estate class at 7 a.m. 2 hours plus, it's $249. You're going to learn, use a homestead blocker, a UCC one, and a chattel mortgage. I know if you're an expert in real estate, believe me, you're really not. All right, I'll show you how to really play. From there, stock kit, that's in the afternoon too. That class is $249. I want you to spend the whole day with me on Saturday. If you want them both, today during this live webinar, you can get both for the $249. You pay for one, you get the other one for free. Isn't that fun? But if you don't do it while I'm on the live webinar with you, oh well, call sales later on. They want to make their commission anyway. You Zelle now. Ultimate goal, let's look at a Lamborghini part of the collection. Can you imagine? Today, rich and famous people drive company cars and write it all off, but not you. You're special because your car's registered to you. You're a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Guess what? Write down tax ID division. Tax ID what division? See, your paycheck, I hear they call it taxable income. That means you get the leftover, and if you're paying the payment, the gas, registration, insurance, can you yell the word no right now so I can hear you from where you're at today? Shouldn't you be driving a company car? Boom, boom, some more. Why would you want to be a duck? SSN, get a job, 1040 tax return. IRS's rules, public record for you. S is 4 times 4. What's it say in line 10? Read it. Credit, it says banking and credit purposes. So every card I can build you get to write off the card interest rate and the line of credit too. Oh, we're going to have some fun. It's just a public record for you. So SSN, SS4. You got one of these. You're a duck. Oh, you get more of these too? You know that grocery store, that bank in the city that filed bankruptcy in the past? They got other locations too? You could play the same game if you want to. It's right in front of you. What do we get to do? Draw the 4 boxes, please. Draw the corporation 3 divisions. I wrote the rules in 86. It's called set up the line of defense. Can you imagine if every one of you took a moment right now and said, you know, if I would have did this out of high school, I could have been a billionaire. I would have never brought the damn pain home in the first place. No shit. Guess what? The division will get rid of the piece, keep the other pieces. We will never bring the pain home. Why'd you do it in the first place? The only thing you could ever tell me is, Ray, I didn't know how to play. What's the only card you get past 29%? Gold and platinums. Pretty simple. Now, I can get you 1, I can get you 10. How many would you like today? Every division should be a bucket of money, piece of property, maybe a franchise too. One goes bad, what do? We get rid of that sucker and keep the other pieces. That's the way we play. Now, if you want the pack of 10 today, I'll give you the pack of, the first one and 9 sisters. All right, for $9.99, I'll build it up for you. If all you want is 1, okay, it's $6.99. There you go. But you got to do it during a webinar. It's called Sell, Now. Simple to do. Divisions, I like to put them together for you. Send them to you, email them, sign them, mail it away. They come back, I'll do the tax IDs, add up to $1 million of history too. Will play with me. Now, we usually sell $500 a piece. 3 of them today with me is $6.99. All you got to do is Zell, now. Or call sales later on today. All right, now SS4. I can have more than 1. How much credit would you like? I can certify your Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax for you per tax ID. You got the choice to be able to build that $1 million dream if you want to. SS4 times 4? I'd like to make sure you have divisions for every piece of property because they're cheap. Every franchise, current business. And the next thing is, let me build you 100,000, please, up to $1 million card, please. That's half the fun. I still want you to have 50,000 to 100,000 of credit. I use 29%. Can you imagine? Nobody should ever use personal credit, use it and abuse it like they do. If someone would just tell them the damn rules before they get out of high school, I'll bet you they wouldn't have screwed up in the first place. But now, today, safety credit. Never hurt your family, never bring the pain home. Ray's rules are pretty simple. SSN, you get 1, you're a duck. That's the IRS's rules. SS4 times 4. What did it say on line 10 again? It's right in front of you. Read it this time. Banking and credit purposes. Ooh, we get to have fun using the rules and how to put them together too. You see, don't violate the rules, please. When I add a bunch of history, you're going to get these in the mail. Do not apply. Don't jack up anything. See, sometimes I can't get people to listen. She didn't listen. I was getting ready to give her 30,000 card. I'll do it myself now, Ray. Goody for you. She got a $300 card. Not even pocket change. At least this guy listened. An open sky, 621. I'm not done. I owe him $1,000 of credit. I got him a starter card for $3,000. How'd I do? He followed through. Now I want to rebuild your credit. See, credit repair. Look in Webster's dictionary. It's not broken. It needs to be rebuilt. Make you a CFO. Rapid rescore. I'm going to hand you a $1,000 cash card. I always give you 2 to 10 times more than you spend for yourself. This belongs to you anyway. Take away all your excuses. Now, if you don't have a corporation, I'll hand you it for free in this program. Articles, also tax ID, set up in level 1 class. Oh, I just did one of those before this, by the way, every Wednesday and Saturday. You want to learn how to set up your divisions? See, that part's free. The office sells this for $9.98. And I always like to give half price, $4.99 to you. If you sell it during a live webinar with me, I give you the 12 books and CDs that were called the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. Now, if you want a paycheck for $1 million, raise your hand because I can call it silly and dumb. You only keep $375. You get the rest goes to the IRS. And that's how it plays. Now, let's understand the rules. You get a paycheck. It's taxed before you get the leftover to pay the bills. Corporation gets to bring in millions and billions of dollars, and they don't pay tax until after they pay their bills. They pay tax on the leftover. That's the IRS's rules. It's public record. Which way you want to play? See, this is like the previous one. You get the corp, articles, divisions. You get the classes for 90 days. But this one comes with 10,000 of credit. Instead of 2,000, it's basically going to be $9.99 to you. But I'm going to hand you 10,000 of credit. And if you sold it during a live webinar, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. If you don't, you miss up the opportunity. The Millionaires in the Making workshop, same as the previous, but this one comes with 25,000 of credit. Instead of 4,000, it's $1,999 today. You've all wasted thousands on crap. Why don't you invest in yourself and get stuck with me? I'll build it. I'll even guarantee it or your money back. I got no excuses. I've been doing this for 43 years. So here's your Millionaires Founders Kit for free. If you sell me $1,999 now, and I'll build you 25,000 of cash credit. There's a Zelle. What do you got to do? Zelle, now. Let Gina know too. Ultimate goal. All right, if you build and give me a referral, I'll build you another 1,000. Give me 5 referrals, I'll build you 10,000. How much would you like? See, you got a choice today. You could be watching me on Google, Facebook, and YouTube. Kind of fun, but you know what? If you're missing the PowerPoint in front of me, go to raisedwebinar.com. Get the full overview and stop bringing the pain home. You never had to do that in the first place. Now, when I was a boy listening to their silly poker game, they said a corporation's a legal person. It's chapter 18. Pretty simple to do. It's not legal advice at all. Let's read line 1. A corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. It's right in front of you. Could you imagine if you studied and put the pieces together like I did, the blueprinting, the rules and the tools, you'd understand the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 states because they're corporations. Every state set up cities because they're corporations too. See, this is their line of defense. Why haven't you set it up for you? What's wrong with you? Are these turned on? I don't get it. They planned the problem too. They even came up with the Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. Public record, just in case blanket the fan. You watched some cities file bankruptcy in the past, haven't you? Remember, you are we the people. It's about time you step up to the plate. Nixon took the gold standard out, gave the key to the printing press. We got an SSN to get a job as a teenager to get a 1040 tax return. Every hospital is federally mandated that every woman, after they deliver a baby, must sign the SSN form in 3 hours or less. If not, Mama can't take the baby in the stroller of the car seat, cannot go home. Mama's going to sign that form, huh? Right, Mamas? You already did it before. Stop bringing the pain home, please. Rich and famous people don't. They hire people like me. Cities don't. And the bank and the grocery store in your city today, isn't some of them empty? But they're still in business today. Don't forget the 1 o'clock on Saturday. I do your analyzation. I tell you exactly what you got to do. No more than 2 things ever. If you follow through, so will I. See, I end up waiting on you. I got a 100% success rate. I got no excuses, but neither do you. So here's Walt Disney and Newsweek. The loophole king? They want to pay tax on $1 billion? Well, make you know how to play the game. It's your turn. You know how to play? You will after I'm done with you today. We'll get you in the workshops too. I know online you're going to see you don't need to guarantee. Excuse me. That's called BS. Okay, unless you want a Staples card. How's that going to pay your rent? The light bill, the employees too. All right, I know you're going to see trade lines. I'm sorry, they're crap. Look at the Fair Lending Act. So what I'm going to give you is cash credit. 8 cards per division if you want. 9 lines of credit. Then we decide if we want supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, gas cards too. Still got to make you the qualified CFO you need to be. It's just the truth. It'll set you free. You want me to give you 5,000 credit and nothing else you want from me? $5.99, $10,000, $7.99. There you go. You sell it, and I build it for you right away. But again, today we want you to listen and learn. Credit rebuilding. $1,000 card back. You can have articles also tax ID for free. Set up in level 1, 2, Wednesday and Saturday too. And that part's free. And I'm going to get you the 820. Rebuild you. $9.98. Nope, $4.99 half price. And I'll give you basically the Millionaires Founders Kit. 12 books and CDs for free. Starter package for Millionaire. Half price of that's $9.99 because you get 10,000 of credit. Same as the previous. So what happens? You still get the 12 books and CDs for free. Ultimate goal. Millionaire in the Making workshop too. $25,000 of credit. $1,999 do all the work for you. And you get the Millionaires Founders Kit too for free if you sell it while I'm on the live webinar, like now, Zell, there you go. All you got to do is follow through. Now, I loved Mr. Buffett's father first, and I loved him too. Let's understand, this man is leveraging money. In other words, borrowed money is not taxable. And then he transfers stock. Every company he's ever gotten, he's got it for free. Don't you want to learn how to play that way too? It's your turn. Let's roll the dice. Don't you want to play? As an affiliate, my desk boards would say authorized users crap. Trade lines crap too. Got to make you qualify what again? CFO. Look up the Fair Lending Act and look up what it says trade lines. Give me a break. Specialty classes all the time. What do I got this Saturday? One on real estate, 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's 2:49. Got a stock kit in the afternoon. It's to buy with a corporation. It's 2:49. And if you did both during this webinar, I'll give you both for 2:49. But if you don't do it, talk to sales later today. All you got to do is realize those classes are always full up. And the longer you put it off, you see, procrastination doesn't reach your goal. You just now. Oh, what do we get to do? Well, I'm the guy that created, how to daisy chain credit 30 years ago. Every corporate credit card, I can get you 99 more. We get to write off the card interest rate too, even on a line of credit for the corporation. You see, your goal is don't have any intent to defraud or rip anybody off. Here's your corporation. We build it credit. We set up the line of defense and the divisions too. Ultimate goal, if something goes wrong with the piece, what are we going to do? We're going to do exactly what they did, from the Wells Fargo to the city to the rich and famous people. Got a problem with the division. What are we going to do? No, we're going to basically do a couple things called the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Can't save it, we're going to bankrupt the piece, keep the other pieces. But we're sure never going to bring the pain where? Home. Why'd you bring the pain home? Oh, I'm sorry, the lack of knowledge. Oh, there you go. When it comes to your house, if it's not in a trust, sorry, if somebody sues you, they take it away. If you die, everything's stuck in a probate and your family got diddly squat. Pretty simple. When you fix up a property today, do it my way, please. I know you're going to hire a contractor that hires a subcontractor, stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. But what if they cut corners, slip and fall, and sue you and take everything you got? Remember what I said in the beginning today, plan the problem? If you would have took every property you ever got, hypothetically, and transferred it to a division for about $12, called a quitclaim deed, and did an assignment of equity too, when they try to sue you at the end of the day, you know what they got? Diddly squat. Is that okay with you? You're going to have to learn how to protect your ass. Yes. And never bring the pain home. If you don't have a trust, I'd look up an irrevocable trust if I was you. But you got to do what you want to do. Now, here's my problem with some of you. Some of you are trying to play peekaboo with the IRS and making a mess. The IRS is the rule book. They'll tell you corporations pay tax when they make a profit. Don't bitch and complain about rich and famous people. Shut up and join them. Get a corporation today. You got an IRS problem? IRS.gov. Download a form called 656 433 A and B. Get your COVID-19 check for some free money and go, wee! Get your butt back in the system today. Ultimate goal is up to you. Fix up a property? My way. Why? Because I'm one of the original OPMs. The divisions to go to the manufacturer to save up to 70%. I don't want you to have a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. We're going to use their money to fix up the property. So when escrow closes, it pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Please don't act like you're rich, because you're not. $10,000, $100,000. Have you had it before? And some of you pissed it away and you're broke today? Can you please write down and raise rules? Leveraging money. Borrow money's not taxable. Circle that one 10 times. Line of defense. Could you imagine? Before my coma, my office was 22,000 square feet in Irvine Spectrum. All right, the bank would be at the office almost every day going, Ray, let's have some more money today. See, banks always kiss your assets when you got money. You don't have a pot to piss in. Hell, they don't know your name. Why don't you take that money of that escrow, hypothetically, and let's learn that the banks borrow feds times 10, loan back 5 to you. Could have turned that into $3 million. Leverage some money, learn to raise rules. Hey, let's take $2 million of that and get a McDonald's today. You want a big fry and a Mac and a chocolate shake too? Your choice is to learn how to leverage money. Remember, borrowed money's not taxable. Leveraging money, having fun. 1,000 could become 15. All right, 5 can be 75 if you learn how to play. What's the only card I get past 29%? Gold and platinum card, paid over time. You want 1 and you want 10. You want 1, I'll build it up for you for $6.99. You want 10, I'll give you 10 for basically today, $9.99. There you get all 10. Now, where's your excuse now? You don't have one at all. All you have to do is Zell, now. There you go. Now, Mrs. Fishburne and Lawrence were clients in the past. So was Mr. Clinton, too. By the way, I got 2019 rich and famous people you know. They were my clients. Michael, God rest his soul, Kirk and Vane, Kevin Costner, Arnold, too. And from my neck of the woods, here's Free Ray, Ricky Ross. Had to teach him a thing or two, too. Oh, the college professor for Biola University. See, even Michael J. sent this the other day. You're unbelievable. Every time I fall, I fell, you pick me up, and now you're helping my son. What can I say? Wow. That's all he could say. God gave me a gift to help you. You going to pay attention today? Beat your doubt. Run your own race. I like to hold your hand the rest of my life if you allow me to. Now, let's take a card that's $100,000, corporate card. We can write off the card interest rate, too. Let's take $50,000 off the card. You ready to play? We're going to look up C191D. We're going to create our own cash flow for you per time. We're going to loan 5 people $10,000 apiece to save their house. Put a second on their house. All right. Then we're going to call that company. It's my money. I want it now. They factor it back to you within 12 hours. Literally, you get the money right back. Now, I want you to master what is called a homestead blocker. And it used to use with the chattel mortgage. I'll teach you that this Saturday at the real estate class. I know you're an expert, at least you think you are. We'll have more fun. By the way, after we write off the card and collect the payment, we got $2,449 left over every month. We just created cash flow off of a credit. We get to write off. Would you like $4,800? Oh, you need $7,347? How much would you need? See, everybody can create cash flow for you per time. Now, I'm not going to show anything I didn't obtain myself. From the mansions to helicopters to the yachts. I think I got to get you past go. I think you're kind of stuck. Now, my favorite one was this, called God's Gift. I parked my race boat and my yacht in my backyard. Where you park yours again? Kind of fun. The helicopter, the Lamborghini, and the building, too. Now, you wrote a check the other day, and you gave me your driver's license, and your house got robbed the next day. Is that a miracle or what? Now, you can protect your assets if you want to. Ray's rules, never bring the pain home. See, I would always use a P.O. box or mailing address for the driver's license, but you do what you want to do. Bottom line is, you got the Driver's Protection Act, too. And you know, the last time you bought a car, what did you do? You let the dealership sweat you for hours on end. You lost up to $5,000 up to non-inquiries, too. They handed you the paper. When you signed it, you should have just wrote down next to it. It allows one inquiry. By the way, you should have took a picture. Why do you allow people to use you and abuse you? Why don't you take the time and ask the question like I do all the time? Why? By the way, today, you're the registered owner of your car. You're a duck. Quack, quack, quack. Because when those nasty attorneys see you, screw you, sue you, they're going to take everything you got. Your problem is you didn't let me repackage your life. Repackage America. Oh, by the way, I can show you millions and billions of dollars of goodies, too. I can build your corporation the right way. I want you at my workshop every time you can get there. Every Wednesday and Saturday, too. You drive your car today to the grocery store, a little bumpity bump. They're going to act like they got whiplash. They're going to die. They're going to ask you for driver's license, insurance, registration, please. You know, your driver's license, again, what address you want to use? The insurance, are you paying out of a paycheck? So you paid the tax, now you're paying the insurance, but a corporation could actually pay for the insurance before tax was considered. And you're actually the registered owner, so you're a duck. Oh, good. What if they call one of those nasty attorneys on TV and they sue you and take everything you got? What if you went to the workshop and learned that every division should be the registered owner of every car? So when they sue, at the end of the day, they get diddly squat. Why not? If the grocery store and the bank can do it, so can you. What do we set up? The corporation, 3 divisions, too. We don't bring the pain home ever again. I do the divisions for you, 3 of them, tax IDs and $100 million of credit to each. Kind of have fun. You can get 3 today from me for $6.99. You can sell it right away. It's up to you. Now, my wife asked me on July 3rd, 2009. She says, honey, can we take the yacht out, take some people to watch the fireworks? No problem. I'll go fill it up. It was $1,600. There's the address, the UDOC too. Check it out. I use a corporate credit card because I get to write off the card interest rate too. And I get to write off the yacht too. Hell, why not? Now there I'm dead. That sucks. I made a promise to God I'd help everybody the rest of my life. That's why I'm here today. So if you want to listen and let me repackage you, I will. You got to have some fun. Finally, coming out of that coma, 5 weeks with an oxygen tank, put my score back to an 820. The 6th week, I built $1 million credit card again. See, I always have my 5 closet divisions. You might want to write that down too. God's using me today to help you. You going to pay attention today? Let's look at a building and a Lamborghini. See, the Reynolds University. Isn't that fun? All right, you see, I've heard no a billion times. Sorry, I don't listen to dummies. Reaching the dream, think it'd be the impossible. I'm going to use Ray's rules because they work for me. How about you? Up to you. Every seminar, workshop, and boot camp, you're stuck with who? Me, and I don't pass the buck? Up to you. Specialty classes too. This Saturday, I got real estate in the morning. You're going to learn a homestead blocker. A UCC and Chatham Mortgage how to turn it into a note. A $65,000 to $175,000 too. It's $210,000 just to play with. You might want to be there. It's being sold out anyway, so you better do that right away. $249. Stock kits in the afternoon. It's the Bible, the corporation. It's $249 for that too. Now, if you did both during this webinar, I'm giving you both for $249. Right? Sale won't do that. They got to make their commission today. So your goal is to basically do one thing for you. It's called Zell, now. $249, it's a giveaway. But again, it's like motivation. I listen to it every day. I like the motivation, but I know what it really is. We all need to hear it, but at the end of the day, if they're not handing you this and the money and the credit, isn't it blah, blah, blah still? Let's talk about your story today. How about we get you up to $100,000, personal credit called safety, and up to an 820. How about we get you a corporation and divisions up to $1 million of credit? How about you stop being stuck? Now what's next for you is me. We get to play. You ready to play? All I want to do is play and do all the work for you anyway. So building your millions, I'll do that for you. All right, learn workshops Wednesday and Saturdays every week for 43 years. I want to repackage your life, your house, your car, your bank account too. All your goodies. You got 18 books and CDs. The real estate, financial series, buckets of money. If you want the 18 books and CDs, all of them, $4.99. All you'd have to do is Zell it right away. Zell, now. The credit rebuilding is you have to take it seriously. You got to take the credit rebuilding we do, the rapid rescore up to an 820, and make sure you're the qualified CFO you need to be. We always build you 1,000 or card plus. From there, articles, also tax ID, set up in level 1. Give that away for free in this program. $9.98. But again, I give you half price during the live webinar. It's $4.99 to you. And if you Zelled it right away, you get the 12 books and CDs called the Millionaires Founders Kit for free. Starter package for Millionaire, same as the previous, but this one comes with 10,000 of credit. But it's $9.99. You've all wasted thousands, something didn't work. Why don't you invest in yourself, get stuck with me? I won't let you down, I'll guarantee it too. Millionaires Founders Kit as well. Millionaires in the Making Workshop, $25,000 of credit. And it's $1,999. And if you sell it right away, you get the 12 books and CDs for free. Zell, now. It's up to you. Ultimate goal is, how did the 14th Amendment turn corporations into people? Isn't that amazing? The United States of America Incorporated, they set up their 50 states, their corporations. What did the state do? They set up their cities. They set up the line of defense. Why haven't you? Why? The only thing I ever get told is, Ray, no one told me to. I'm telling you now, you should have did it out of high school. Never have joint credit. Buy a house, escrow close, escrow homestead, escrow put it in a trust. Every corporation should have up to $1 million of credit. You got to have your divisions because they're cheap for real estate, franchise, current business. You got to master the line of defense. You got to master raise rules too. Now you're stuck with me. Let's have some fun. And what did I say in the beginning today? Plan the problem. Safety, credit, line of defense. See it, believe it, go get it. Put the stick in the back of that card. Never bring the pain where? Home ever again. You see those locations in your city, the banks and the grocery store, and you know they have other locations. When you see an empty one today, remember me. I gave you the opportunity. I can rebuild your life for you. And if you didn't do it today, I'll just pray for you harder. The American dream. So many people talk about it. I think most of them are full of crap, to be honest with you. They're not handing you the money and the credit. How are you going to go get it? Win the lottery? Get a raise? Oh, goody for you. You got to get money coming in every month. Pay your bills. Drive the company car. Go on a business trip. Help other people. Free up your time. You've got to master raise rules. From there, 1,000 rules is $1 million company. 20,000 is billion. So your last and final chance, $4.99, $1,000 on a card. Articles, workshops for 90 days. You're stuck with me. 12 books and CDs. Millionaires Founders Kit for free. It's a giveaway today. Starter package for Millionaire, $10,000 of credit, $9.99 to you, and you get the 12 books and CDs for free called Millionaires Founders Kit too. And the next one is Millionaires in the Making Workshop, $25,000 of credit for $1,999 today. And what do you get to do? You get the 12 books and CDs for free called Millionaires Founders Kit for free if you Zelle the $1,999 now. There's a Zelle, wire deposit. If you don't do it today, sorry, you missed the opportunity. You got to stay safe and strong. If you're sitting there waiting for what's next to come, let it be you and me. Let us always remember life is a gift from our Father in heaven. God has given us the opportunity to believe and receive. Let us make the best of the day, give thanks in every way, and thank you, Jesus, for another day. If I can do this, being used and abused, born in a taxi, had to steal and beg off the pier, you can do this too. Bottom line is, at the end of the day, if you're not, sorry to say, that's on you. 800-510-3338. It's 800-510-3338. You see, all through the day, I'm going to do my best, and God's going to do the rest.